Hi, I'm Jacob,
I'm Ali.
and this is Mustache Chats. First of all, before we started, Javi was making fun of my calluses.
Show him the hand.
Well, let me see.
Getting close. This is why I'm making fun of it. And it's just like,
Hand. Well, I mean, yeah. I like. For those of you guys who work out and get calluses, don't you guys like to pick at them? I do.
on the right hand, he has like a little piece of skin just like
Yeah,
dangling
it's
on.
like flake.
And I was just like, just fucking rip it off.
No.
Like grabbing stuff and it's like getting stuck on
It
stuff.
does that. You watch, you can hear it.
Oh, you care?
That's just my hands in general, though. One time I went to the doctor one time and they're like, they had my hand face, the palm of my hand face up, and then they were taking my blood pressure, and the nurse was like, "You work out?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do occasionally, you know." And then she was like, "I could tell." I was like, well, "From what?" She's like, "Your hand," and it just looked like this. She's like, "The calluses gave it away." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Get some lifting gloves.
No, these are oh these are beauty marks. No, that's not the word. There's a word for it.
Battle scars.
Battle scars.
Make it sound cool. Battle scars.
Yeah.
Bears, beats, Battlestar Galactica.
The Office reference. Y'all
No,
didn't know.
really?
Well, I mean, people don't know.
Oh, who doesn't know The Office? Come on, like, it's The
I don't
Office.
know. I don't know. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about what we're going to talk about is
Are
a
we really
controversial
here?
topic that a lot of people truly believe, and that is, are we living in a simulation?
Simulation.
See, I don't believe we are. Like, some people will go as far as to say, like, the government controls the weather, the government controls this. I believe the government does have a lot in controlling things, and I believe that the government has a lot of cures to a lot of quote unquote uncurable things that they just don't want to release. I believe they have stuff like that, but I don't know. Like, I get it from a certain standpoint. Like in my world, I'm my own main character, and everyone else is just an NPC, non-playable character, computers, for those who don't know what that means. But then again, I feel like sometimes I'm an NPC because I feel like I'm just always on autopilot and I do the exact same thing every day, and I'm just, when you're driving and you're like, you drive to work, you're like, I don't even remember driving. You're like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
And you're just on autopilot. Like, that to me felt like I was like an NPC right there.
I could see that.
You know?
Especially with the constant like repetitiveness of the same thing, like little to nothing else, like break it apart.
Yeah.
I can see how that would feel like you're an NPC.
Right. Well, I don't know. Do you go to as far as saying we're in a simulation, or do you have like certain reasons as to like?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm like no, but sometimes I'm like yes. Like especially when I get like deja vu.
Yo, okay.
Like, deja vu makes no sense to
It
me.
doesn't.
Like I'll just be standing there and I look around and I'm like, wait, that's happened. That's been there before. You've been there
Yeah.
before. I've been here before. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Like there's no way I dreamt this and I just remember that I dreamt this right now. So like that's where I feel like, are we really in a simulation or what's going on? Because like, what is this deja vu? How the fuck did this deja vu happen?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
What creeps me out too is, I don't know if this is a part of a simulation, is like because you mentioned like dreaming and stuff. Like, when you go to sleep and you don't dream, like, what happens during that time where you're asleep? Because you fall asleep, and then finally when you are asleep, you don't remember anything, and then you just wake up and it's the new day, but you can't recall having a dream. You can't recall for how many hours you were asleep. It felt like a blink of an eye or something like that.
It's funny to think about that we've gotten so used to the idea of, in theory, dying every single night.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, like, you're kind of like, you're lifeless for a couple hours a night
Yeah.
every day.
It's just nothing.
And especially if you're, like you said, you're not dreaming, you're like, where did that time go? What was I doing?
Like sometimes I'll think we're in the year 2000s. And then the years before that, we weren't alive, but here we are, and it didn't feel like an eternity to get here.
Yeah.
You know,
For like a blink of an eye.
like what happened with all these years? Like during the dinosaurs, during the cavemen, during like we weren't even a thought, and then here we are.
I wouldn't even go as far back as that. I'm like, what the fuck happened to like when I was in high school and middle school? I was like, wasn't that just yesterday?
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't feel like it was that long.
No, it doesn't.
And it's like, and then you start going through like your memory, and then you remember like little things here and there. It's like, how the fuck did I remember that? Or how the fuck did I forget that? And it doesn't make any sense.
Or why is it that we remember certain things in the past, but we can't remember everything else that happened like a week ago? But we can remember exactly what happened when we were like 5 years old, or like.
Or have you ever thought about like things that you think you remember from when you were little, and then you think about it, and you're just like, do I actually remember that, or did someone tell me that, and now it's just ingrained in my head like a memory? Because I've had that like with certain situations, or I've seen like pictures, and that ingrained in my head like as an older person, and I can't tell if that's a memory or if that's just something I saw in the picture, and I put it in my head, and it feels like a memory.
Oh, I get what you mean. Okay. That's I don't know if that's ever happened to me.
No, like there's one specific one.
There you go.
There's one specific one where it's a picture of me with, I think it's my cousin Itzel, my cousin Iris, and we're sitting on top of a Batman car at Six Flags.
Okay.
Because they used to have the Batman car and kids would climb on it and sit on it, and there's a picture of us sitting on top of it.
Yeah.
And I can't tell if I actually remember us doing that, or if that's just what I remember from seeing the picture.
It's like your mind wants you to remember it, and like it'll fake a scenario, fake if that's what it was, a scenario, just to make you feel better. Oh man, yeah.
And then the idea of the human brain is also just so mind-boggling. Like, how is it possible that we were able to evolve from whatever we were, the apes and all that, to what we are now, but no other animal has done that?
True. Like, are we an experiment?
Yes.
And yeah, just the human body itself not freaks me out, but it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like, in order to move, before you move your hands and everything, your nervous system, whatever it is, like, has to tell your body to move it.
Your brain has to rapid fire into your nervous system, into your muscles, and then you move.
To do exactly what it is that you do, like all this. Yeah. Like, it had to beat me to it.
And then while you're asleep, you're basically dead, but your brain has to keep telling your body, breathe, breathe, breathe.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Or like even when you're like plastered, you don't remember anything, but yet you did so many things.
Yeah, like you're literally blacked out, but your body is still going through life. You're still talking. You're still moving, and the next day, no recollections of it.
And the fact that your body can it heals itself. Depending on like you scrape your knee, and your body will be on its own to, put new skin over it. And then maybe scar, but
on that, you know what pisses me off?
What?
The fact that lizards develop the ability to regenerate their tails, but humans never did.
You can't. Like, what if we lost a foot?
Yeah, like we should be able to regenerate that foot.
Yeah, how do they get that superpower?
It's so fucking annoying.
Or why is it that every living creature on the planet, why can't we all have one language? Because I don't know why I can't talk. Why is it that because you're on a certain part of the world or country, you speak a different language? Why?
Yeah.
Why did they have to invent a new language? Just because, not of race, maybe, but like just in the certain area of the world that you're at. And then with animals, why can't we? Seems like all animals can talk to each other. Yeah. Like a bear fighting a wolf. They're probably smack talking each other. But it's like they understand each other.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like us fighting, like I don't know. I never understood that. Like why is there so many languages in the world?
I mean, as a human race, we're a complex creature.
Yeah.
Also, as a human race, we have superiority thing,
Yeah.
where we just want to be like people want to be above everybody else.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the way that the language situation comes into play. We're like, oh, we don't want to speak the same language as them because we're better than them, so we have our own language over here. That's a whole nother story.
And cultures too. Like some back in the day, like medieval times, like they believed in sacrificing, life sacrifices, rituals. But you don't see any of that happening now. Like in different beliefs. I don't even know if we're talking about the simulation anymore.
I don't think so. I was listening to you and I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, in a simulation, in the sense of like they're controlling things, maybe like, hey, let's give this part of the world a different language. I don't know how we got off topic.
That's okay. I like that topic too.
Yeah,
like the idea of like different cultures, but they're also different.
Yeah,
I mean, but it also depends because like the location, isolation, and like technology now.
True.
Like how there's those people in the rainforest that have never really been in contact with what modern technology is.
Yeah.
But so they're still very much in the past.
And they're protected too. They don't want people to go over there.
Yeah.
The thing is too, like with beliefs, really, some people don't believe in afterlife. Some people believe in reincarnation. Like, so what truly happens when we're gone? Is it because you strongly believe in a certain thing that will happen?
You know what controversial take that pisses me off?
What?
Is the fact that there's no hate as much as Christian love.
There's no hate as much as Christian love.
Yes. Because you mentioned religion and it just made me think about this.
Okay.
How like there's so many different types of religions, like you said, and there's so many like things that's like, does your belief make it that much better than this belief, right? How you mentioned.
Yeah.
But I feel like the one that's superior to everybody else, not because it's a better religion, but because they try so hard and they use their love so hard to spear like hatred into the world, and it's been overshadowing so many other religions, which is Christianity. They're like, oh no, God loves you for this, God loves that. So then they use that to be like, go and try to literally go to abortion clinics and try to yell at them, make them feel bad, or they make the LGBTQ plus community feel like absolute crap, even though like their whole goal is to spew love.
I guess, yeah, because out of all the religions, you hear mostly about Christianity.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad. And like, I feel like they alter it. There's like isn't that the belief where like these churches now, and it's like the younger youthful ones, and they're like singing along.
Don't even get me started on mega churches.
Like those, like that's what it. Yeah, okay.
I fucking hate mega churches so fucking much.
Hate is a strong word.
Yeah, I know it's a strong word, and I fucking hate mega churches so much with so much hatred.
I feel like Christianity gets altered so much.
Yeah, well, that's why now they have Christianity. They also have like white Christianity, which is like one of the worst ones because usually they're white, they're Christian, and they're also they're white nationalists, so they think they're better than everybody else because they're white.
That's unfortunate.
And then a lot of those religions, like especially like white nationalists, will bring in other people and spew it again of color and stuff.
Yeah,
and make them believe in that same situation, but in their heads over here, they're talking shit about the people of color.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how
you could probably. I could feel it. You can go on a rant about this.
Oh yeah, it already pissed me off.
Oh man, what else? There's so many questions you have in the world where, like, what we've been spewing this whole time, like, just doesn't make sense, and it makes me wonder, like, how did we get here? I feel like us humans make things we're a complicated race, but we make it complicated.
Well, we make things so fucking complicated.
For no reason. Just like currency, for one thing. Why does one thing have to... Why is it that people should suffer? Because they don't have the money for it. We have the supplies. But we're just going to let our own people just suffer and starve. And like, no, because you don't have money. Like, sorry.
No, I hate to say it, but I think one of the biggest reasons that humanity makes, well, two of the biggest reasons that humanity makes things so complicated for everything and everyone in this world.
Mm-hmm.
One, masculinity, toxic masculinity to be exact. And two, the superiority of wanting to be better than someone else.
Yeah.
Which turns into like racism.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the two big things that make things so complicated for everything and everyone in this life.
Like, what you mean, like, with toxic masculinity? Is it like...
Yeah, for some reason, we got into this world, like, it wasn't always like this, but we got into a certain situation in the world where guys felt like they needed to be better than everybody else, and they needed to try so much harder to be better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Especially better than, like, women. So, like, it's created this stereotype. Well, it's not even a stereotype, to be honest. It's really...
I mean, it's back to the old ages.
Yeah. I mean, still it is. Where, like, these guys, they feel like they got to be better, so they want to, like, use and abuse, which is how we ended up with, like, Hitler, Napoleon.
Yeah.
Like, they were probably put down at some point. They were talked down to, so they want to be better than other people, especially other men.
Mm-hmm.
So they managed to force themselves their way up, and now they're the ones using and abusing because they were used and abused by other men. Like, imagine if we just all just, like, gave love to everybody, happiness.
I mean, that just doesn't sound like a world. I mean, it does. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that'd be great. No wars. No. I mean, to an extent, I do believe every country should be protected. Like, they should have an army just in case. But, you know, all love, peace, and, you know, but I don't know.
Like our president right now, that man wants to be so much better than everybody else and is trying so fucking hard, but he's just making things worse. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
Also, the third one would be religion. I don't know if I mentioned that.
No, you didn't mention it, but I can see how religion could play a big part.
The top three for that situation.
Yeah. Like I said, doesn't make sense, but who knows? Who knows what the next us would be in the near future? Like, we went from prehistoric dinosaurs, then we went to cavemen, then we went to us. You think it's gonna get like, what's after us? Half humans, half cyborgs?
Nah, I think it's just gonna continue. What I think is gonna continue to happen is that the human race is gonna change so much because there's already starting to be so much more intermixing of, like, cultures, religions, and races, which didn't happen before because people were very against it.
Yeah,
which makes no sense. But now, with all that happening more and more often, I think little by little, we're all gonna start to turn into, like, a specific, like, look for the human race. Like, it's still gonna change consistently. It's still gonna look very different.
Yeah.
No matter where you go. But I think it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot more people that look very similar that come from everywhere now. That makes sense?
No, yeah. Don't you wish they'd create something where you can just be alive and just witness it all and, like, see what the world would be like after?
I don't think I'd want to be immortal.
You don't think you'd want to be immortal?
No.
What age would you be if you... Let's say you want to be immortal and they told you pick an age.
25.
25?
If I have to be, I'd want to be, like... Or anywhere between, like, 25 and 30. But I would preferably 25.
Oh, okay.
You?
Yeah, I think, like, late 20s. Or right smack at 30.
Okay. Would you want to be immortal?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
What do you want to see about this whole being immortal situation?
Just how life figures itself out. I just want to see how we evolve. Want to see if the world gets better.
Okay. You heard it here first. Any vampires out there? Come bite him.
I'm sure there's a cure somewhere, you know. There's something to help with that.
Vampires.
I'm more of a werewolf guy because it was Team Jacob.
I mean, they're not immortal though.
Yeah, but they're wolves. They're badass. I know. So you were Team Edward.
No, I was Team Jacob.
I
just said I don't want to be immortal.
Doesn't matter. They're strong. You can come out during the night.
I mean, unless you're a shiny vampire like Twilight.
Oh my god.
Then you could go out during the day. You're just gonna be sparkling.
What are you talking about? Pokemon now? The shiny Pokemon? Shiny vampires?
Yeah.
Anything else that you have questions in this world?
There's so much.
There's so much, huh? Like, just stuff in the world, like, well, it doesn't even. I'm about to talk about random stuff, so I don't know.
We could bring it up in the next one.
Yeah, I'll mention it. I'll tell you after this,
Okay.
and we'll kind of make it in a video.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. It started off a simulation question, but we just kind of got off topic
To
here.
be honest, I think it all kind of corresponds.
Kind of does. It
Simulation
kinda does.
situation.
You know, some people have their views on what they think, on why they think we're in a simulation, but
We should just start a whole series right now on questions about the world, aka simulation, and what is just thrown into the simulation.
just this doesn't make sense.
Yes. I like that. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
That's our topic.
That's our topic. This doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Okay. Then what I want to say would be in that next video.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, let us know in the comments. Are we in a simulation? Maybe you guys can point out some things that we didn't think of and makes us be like, oh wow,
Yes.
yeah, this guy
That'd
or
be
girl
interesting.
has a point. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.
See ya.